Sawalef Perfumes. You guys need to know about this fragrance. But my name is Neeb. This is the channel Aromatics, my channel Aromatics. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys had an awesome day. This is the beginning of a new week, and I thought in light of Ramadan and all of you guys, I have followers that are in the eastern part of the world that are probably awake right now, or for those of you that might be fasting, I know you guys are probably still up. So let's do it. So if you don't know about Ramadan, let me give you a little breakdown. I basically fast from sunrise to sunset. So sunset is when I can eat, and then I can eat all the way up until Fajr, which is the time that the sun begins to rise. So I'm pretty much a night owl during Ramadan, and I figured I got a little bit of time. Not really, but I feel like going live, okay? I really don't have time, but here we are. Today, guys, I want to talk about something that's really made a huge impression on me within the last week. I got this last week. You guys will see my post on Instagram the day that I got this. And I kid you not, the same day I got this, I bought 7 of their fragrances. These are technically their niche, but pretty affordable. Pretty affordable, and when you smell the quality, honestly, it's up there with some of the indie niche fragrances that I've smelt before. And yeah, these you guys need to know about. So that's why we're here. If it's a pop-up live, random live, it's pretty important. So Sawalef. Sawalef, for those of you who don't know, is basically the niche brand of Swiss Arabia. Swiss Arabia, they have affordable fragrances, but they also have a niche or a luxury line. Today's scent of the day, I skipped that. I don't want to skip it. Today's scent of the day was Midnight. What is it called? Killian's Moonlight in Heaven. Killian's Moonlight in Heaven. I was feeling a bit tropical, so yeah, I decided to wear that fragrance. But what are your scents of the days? Drop that in, and I'll connect with you guys nearing the end of the video. So Sawalef Perfumes is, like I said, from Swiss Arabia, but this is their niche line, and I got these 2 discovery sets, so 1 and 2, and I think each one has 3, 6, so 9. You guys get 9. It's about 2.5 ml or 5 ml really. It comes in a 10 ml size, but they only fill it up halfway. So you get 9 of those. It's a lot of fragrance, a lot of juice for 20 bucks. I purchased mine from Maison d'Orient, and I'll show you guys all the website and all that stuff, right? So, excuse me. A couple of these fragrances, the one thing I want to say that I found to be very common with all of them is this is like really top level stuff, y'all. Very top level. And they have one fragrance called Oud MAKTUM. Basically, it's Oud MAKTUM or MAKTUM. That's how people pronounce it. But the way to pronounce it for real is MAKTUM. And basically, MAKTUM means like suffocated. So it just means like suffocated oud. But that one, man, it's very, very high quality stuff. So let me show you guys where I purchased this discovery set and show you how affordable it is. Really, you get 9 fragrances you can sample, and I highly suggest you guys sample these fragrances, especially since it is pretty affordable. So let's take us there real quick, and this is it. So the website, if you just Google Maison d'Orient, but the actual website name is, so here you go, guys. Search up Maison d'Orient, and you'll come across this website. And then just search up Sawalef. So Sawalef EDP Discovery Set. You see, it's $19.99. It might be just on sale right now, but these are all the fragrances that you get. So you get 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9 fragrances. And I believe, let's see, do they give us 2 mLs? 2 mLs. So 2 mLs, not bad. 9 of them, really not bad, considering the quality that we're getting here, okay? So that's that. And what I want to do here is basically go through some of these fragrances with you guys really quick. We're just going to fly right through them and tell you guys which ones I picked up. I have a couple of them that just arrived in the mail today, so we'll be able to unbox one of them and take a look at the full presentations. I didn't even look at which ones came in today, but let's go. So the first one that I want to get my nose on is called KOHL AYOUN. And KOHL AYOUN, let me show you guys. This is going to be a pain trying to get to see the name. So KOHL space AL and then AYOUN, AYOUN. So what this really translates to is mascara, really. Or eyeliner. That's KOHL AYOUN. KOHL is the liner, the actual, the black dust. And then AYOUN just means of the eyes. So let's spray it on. And I want to take a look at some of the notes as well while we're doing this, and we'll be able to KOHL AYOUN. So the bottles on these looked beautiful. So let's share screen really quick. And here we go. So this is what the bottle looks like. You see a nice gold bottle. It kind of looks a little bit weird, but the first thing I get with this one is definitely it's an oud rose combination. One that's a bit different, but if you smelled oud rose, then you smelled them all. But I will say that this one does have unique traits. The oud here does smell like it might be something Cambodian, so it's a pretty funky oud. And then I do get some iris and jasmine. This is very, very smooth oud rose combination. Nothing abrasive, so it's not like the oud rose saffron or anything like that. Very smooth, very soft, very powdery, and really good. Absolutely animalic. Does have an animalic bite to it, which I personally enjoy. So this is the fragrance that we just sniffed right now. It's called KOHL AYOUN by Sawalef. Okay, that's the first fragrance. Next fragrance, I think it's best to just pull it up here like this so you guys can see the actual presentation, is going to be called ANAQA. And ANAQA, okay, autocorrect, I guess, basically means it's like fancy, being fancy, right? So that's what it translates to. So we see that rose, amber, patchouli. So what do we have? Just Turkish rose, patchouli, and amber. So the first one that we smelled, guys, the KOHL AYOUN, it does have a little bit of a feminine trait or quality to it. This one I feel like might be the same. Let's see. Very nice patchouli rose. This does really remind me of something like what I sniffed from Electimus, that Persephone's patchouli, but denser. So here you go. This is, I could say, is accurate, but much stronger than Rose d'Arabi. So if you like Rose d'Arabi and you think it's weak, which I definitely think it's weak, these are all really damn strong. ANAQA from Sawalef. Really nice fragrance. Very, very nice. Patchouli, rose, amber. That's exactly what it says it is, and that's exactly what it is, okay? So ANAQA is beautiful. I think this is a very nice fragrance for those of you who like that rose-patchouli combination. I find that combination to be a bit more feminine than other rose combinations, but it's still a very, very nice one. And then we'll actually, you know what? Let's take a look at some of the prices as to where we can find this. Let's see. I'm going to pick up a tab. And let's see, and you guys will understand why I'm covering some of these, because the price compared to what you get them for is honestly unreal. So here we go. ANAQA from Sawalef. So Fragrance X has it for about $90. Maison d'Orient, I don't know about purchasing a full bottle because it is a bit more expensive. You see $159.99. But guys, don't neglect Amazon. Look at this. ANAQA. $69, man. So you're talking about a niche fragrance, man. This is why I jumped on this live session, because I got mine for around these price ranges as well. And I'll tell you what, you're buying niche fragrance. And when you smell the juice, I can almost guarantee you will not get another fragrance or the quality of these fragrances for this price. All right, so enough of that. No more gas. Let's just move on to the next fragrance. Next one is called Black Rose. All right, another rose fragrance, it seems. Let's check it out. All right, this is an aromatic rose. I already know that I loved this fragrance. I really did fall in love with this fragrance. And we see we have a different note breakdown. Still rose, no oud per se, but saffron, rose, leather is what I'm expecting mostly with this fragrance. And let's check it out really quick. Yeah, I really do enjoy this fragrance, man. This is a very, I think it is pretty unisex. All of these are pretty unisex. In the opening, it does have like a little bit of a feminine bite, but this is one that I'm going to wear. It has some noticeable violet and leather. This is a beautiful leather rose combination. That's really what I can, summarize this one to be. Leather, rose, and some saffron. The saffron isn't too spicy. This for me was full bottle worthy. So simple as that. This one, Black Rose. You like rose fragrances? It was full bottle worthy. This one I know for a fact I picked up. Let's move on to the next fragrance, which is called Massive. Massive. And at these prices, man, it's pretty damn nuts. So Massive, if I'm not mistaken, this one might be the one that reminded me of Tom Ford's Oud Wood, but in all honesty, better. Let's see. Yeah, this is Tom Ford's Oud Wood, but better and denser. And I think it's because of the dried fruits. So you'll be surprised that it doesn't share many of the same notes, But when I first sprayed this on, I fell in love with it. I really did fall in love with this a lot. But then I started drawing some resemblances, and I was like, oh man. So this is one of the ones that I did buy a full bottle of, but I kind of regretted it, or I ended up regretting it a little bit. And the reason I regret it is because I was like, this smells really familiar. And I'm not crazy about Tom Ford's Oud Wood. And that's essentially what this really dried down to be. And it's not surprising because if you look, you will see that it does get some comparisons to Tom Ford's Oud Wood. So there you go. We have Tom Ford's Oud Wood as a comparison, which I can absolutely say that it does. But honestly, at this price point, it's better. Yeah, it is better. And I like the scent profile of this fragrance massive way more than I do Tom Ford's Oud Wood. And it's because it has just a little bit of a spiciness that's not found in Oud Wood. And it does have a denser feel from the dried fruits. So that was massive by Sawalef. The next one is called FANNAN. And if I remember correctly, this is one that I sniffed off the atomizer and didn't even bother spraying on because it was an absolutely hell no. Let's see. FANNAN has black pepper, rose, violet, woody notes, and amber. Yeah, man. Oh, my Lord. No. But let me spray it on. It's not fair. Let's spray it. Here we go. Oh, it's actually not as bad as I thought. Okay, somebody must have, like, had, like, was fasting and put their mouth around the atomizer or something. This is not that bad. It's still not one that I'm going to go for. But it's really not that bad. This is a peppery rose. Pepper, rose, and amber. This is pretty damn nice. I do want to say sample this one. Okay, now I'm honestly starting to think that I probably should have got this one too. Because this is very unique. This is very different. Effin' Fabulous is what it gets compared to. But I will be honest with you guys. This is a little bit more censored of a version. It's not as dense as Effing Fabulous. Let me take a look at the note breakdown really quick for Effing Fabulous. Yeah, there isn't that almond and orris, that density that the orris gives this fragrance. And this one doesn't have it. It's a lot smoother. So yeah, Effing Fabulous, sure. It's not the same though. Not the same at all. Let's move on to the next one, and the next one is called RETAL or RETAL. I have no idea what that means, but let's check it out. RETAL. This is not one that I picked up. All right, blueberry, anise, cashmere wood, and rosemary. Let's check it out. All right, RETAL. Let's see. This is pretty nice. This is pretty nice. Blueberries immediately. Sweet blueberry. Sweet powdery blueberry just in the initial opening. And honey. This is actually pretty good. Pretty good. Very unique. All of these are very unique. Even the one that does smell like, okay? It's not a clone. There's no way in hell any of these can be considered clones. I would not. And if I did, I would tell you guys I consider it a clone. And for the record, I did buy every single one of these sample packs and discovery sets and the full bottle. This is pretty nice. If you like honey and musk, this is what you really get. The blueberry does open up in the beginning, but then it starts to just fade away. And really what you're left with is honey. You're going to have sweet, musky skin. Really, that's what it's going to come down to. I got maybe a little bit of rosemary, but really just gives it an herbaceous kick. It's nothing really crazy. The anise is there. It's there. This is honey and musk. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn nice. Okay, that was the discovery set number 2, and now we're going to move on to discovery set number 1. Let me check it out really quick and see what y'all are talking about. Yeah, I didn't know that Swiss Arabian had a niche line. They don't really represent themselves as a niche line. They just, Sawalef. I was discovering, just looking around, and I saw 9 fragrances. They're niche, and they're on sale. I was like, okay, I do remember some of my commenters in the earlier parts of my channel recommending Sawalef. And I just one day happened to look at it and go from there. I will say that one of these fragrances does remind me a lot of an Argos fragrance. Definitely. And it's a fraction of the price. And if I have to be honest, we'll get into it when we get into it, okay? So let's see. Let's check it out. Okay. All right. Let's go. Fasting breath is the worst. Yes, it is. You better have that miswak though, bro, But that doesn't really help much anyway. All right. So let's go. Sample set number 1. So this one I was a little bit disappointed in, and for one reason. And the reason is that the Oud one leaked. And it leaked into the box, and I just got oud everywhere. But it was very pleasant because the oud in this, this is real oud that for the price point, just absolutely insane for the price point, honestly. And here we go. So let's start with, what is this? Musk El Rim. This is a beautiful fragrance. And you guys know when I refer to a fragrance as beautiful, it means that it's natural. It means that it's pretty unisex. I find this one to maybe be just a touch bit feminine, but still very, very pretty. Okay, so powdery, woody, sweet. Musk El Rim. All right. And here we go. So violet, dates, lotus, cedar, patchouli, vanilla, and amber. Here we go. Let's spray this on. I really did consider picking this fragrance up, but it's that lotus and the violet. This has like, if you guys don't know what those two notes smell like, think of white florals like magnolia and jasmine. It goes in that direction. But this is very, very nice fragrance. And it does have a sweetness that's very sticky. It's not necessarily bubblegummy. It's a very natural sweetness. And that's attributed by the dates, right? So, yeah, man, you get magnolia vibes, very sweet and natural smelling. Vanilla and musk. It is a very nice fragrance. I wouldn't really care too much about this comparison. But I will say that one thing I noticed is that the name of this fragrance is called Milk Musk. And this is by Molton Brown. And I will say that although there aren't any lactonic notes, which means anything that resembles lactose, aka milk, this does have a bit of a milky vibe. And I think it's because of the combinations of all the musks and powderiness. This really does, you know, have, it's very powdery. Absolutely. This breakdown is very accurate. So powdery, I would say powdery, sweet, and woody. So there you go. Very nice fragrance for ladies out there. This is very pretty. All right, next fragrance we're going to move on to. So Musk El Rim was going to be a full bottle purchase. I was going to be impulsive and buy it, but I really had to think about it for a hot second. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm never going to wear it. Do I like it? I love it. I love this fragrance, but I will not wear it. So let's move on to the next one. And this one is going to be a controversial one, guys. This one I'm about to stir up some ish with, all right? So here we go. Illusion by Sawalef. All right. So let's talk about this one. And this one is very interesting. So we got juniper berries, tonka bean, leather, amber, herbal notes, and another note of leather. I'm going to spray this on tester strip and hear me out. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. This smells identical to one of my scent of the days. Okay? Identical. And my scent of the day was, let's scroll down and look at it. You know, I don't filter anything. Just the truth. Brivido de la Caccia by Argos. All right? This smells identical. Legitimately identical. So, do I have a coupon code for Argos? Yes. Am I going to recommend the cheaper and better? Yes. What is the cheaper and better? Here you go. Illusion by Sawalef. That's just the facts, y'all. This is the fact. This smells identical. And to be honest with you guys, it's just as strong, it's just as nice, it's just as good. Forget about the note breakdown. If you've sampled Brivido de la Caccia, then you will know that, and you pick this up or you sample it, it's 1-to-1. So here you go. You got some comparisons. Forget about all these. No, this is absolute garbage. Latafa, Velvet Oud, I cannot stand it, just for the record. I think it's pretty cheap. This is right there on par with Brivido de la Caccia. And let me show you guys, for example, another controversial thing I'm going to say is we need to look at something really quick, all right? Let's just look at it together, and I'll let the text speak for itself, okay? So some things sometimes are better left unsaid. You just let the, here you go. So take a look, guys. I'll give you a second if you're not looking at the screen. Here you go. All right. So pay attention to that, the number, right? And then let's take another look really quick. And here we go. So where did it start? It's up to you guys to decide. Was it, coincidence? Very possible. Am I, saying that it wasn't a coincidence? No, I'm absolutely not saying it. But what I am saying is that it smells the same. So there you go. And for the record, let's go ahead and look at some of the prices for this one. And I'm going to start off with Amazon and see if we can find it. And I will say that if we do find it, guys, it won't last. Let's see. I hate impulse buying. I really do, but it's just the truth. Okay, so I did not find it on Amazon. Sawalef Illusion. You guys can do your own homework, but we're on screen, so let me help. All right, so I found a couple of posts. $100, 105. So not a bad price range. Not a bad price range at all. And actually, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I did just find it. Let me show you guys what I found it for. So jump on it if you're interested. Only if you're interested. If you don't know what it's going to smell like, please don't impulse buy. But here you go. So this versus the other prices. Now, I still love the other fragrance as well. And I will not be mad that I have both. So there you go. That was that fragrance. Let's stop. And let's move on to the next one. So before we move on to the next one, I just want to kind of share with you guys. So far, we went over 7 fragrances. They're all honestly amazing. For the price point, you guys see, most of these fragrances are under $100. I can attest to the fact that all of these are extremely high quality. That's what we're about. And when I find fragrances like this is an absolute KO, man. This is a knockout. What's up, Philip Graves? Your comment caught my attention. But anyway, so there we go. So those were those fragrances, and let's move on to the last 4. We've got 4 left, okay? I'm trying to make this as fast and as easy to watch as possible for you guys, all right? So let's see. The next one is called Oud MAKTUM. I jumped on this one in a heartbeat because I know quality oud, and when I smelled this, I knew it was quality oud, and I found it for a price that I could not say no to. When you're talking about Cambodian oud, and I think it was Indonesian oud as well, you're not going to pay any less than $150 usually, especially when it's, you know, sub brands and stuff like that. Oud MAKTUM. I don't see it in. Okay, I do see it. Here we go. Let me put it on screen for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this oud is like a very, very high quality, funky oud, okay? So you have to be an actual oud connoisseur. But if you're talking, we're talking like Middle Eastern oud, you want to smell like that traditional, going to the mosque, quality oud, this is it, man. So Cambodian oud, Indian oud, and oud. So what kind of oud? You really don't know exactly. But forget these comparisons. I'm just going to tell you guys that this is phenomenal for an oud fragrance. Honestly, phenomenal. Price point for this one, not to mention this bottle is beautiful. I will say that when you look at this picture, you really can't tell, like, what the hell is this bottle? How is it actually shaped? Like, is this a background, or like, what the heck is this? So I'm gonna unbox one of these once we're done, and we're gonna look at what they all look like, okay? But Oud MAKTUM was one that I had a hard time finding a good price for, and I chalked it up honestly to the fact that it's oud, and it's just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's gonna be a little bit pricey, so you can see for yourself. 170. But you know what? I want to make it a mission really quick for those of you that are here to find it a little bit more affordable. Bam, dude. Unbelievable. Okay. All right. So the one thing that this is a white bottle, right? And we just saw that Oud MAKTUM is a gold one. So before you pull the trigger on this, let's wait until I unbox, because I purchased the same thing, Oud MAKTUM in a white bottle. However, I want to see if I got the gold bottle. Why is it in white? I don't know. Did they change the packaging? I don't know. But if you want a confirmation of whether or not it's the same fragrance, wait till the end of the video and we're going to get there. So what does this smells like? It smells, what does this smell like? It smells like oud, oud, and oud. Arabic oud, funky oud. That's exactly what it smells like. There's no point of me even spraying this on, because it's just going to take my nose out of the game for the rest of this video. Honestly, 3 sprays, you're set all day. All freaking day. And if you know oud, you're going to know that fragrance. So the next one is called Empire. And this is another one that I believe I jumped on as well. And this is also in a gold bottle. So the one thing about these fragrances, y'all, is that there really isn't much coverage, right? So when you pick these up, you are going to find something unique. And at the price point, no brainer. Unique, niche, that is pretty definitive for a niche fragrance, but it's very different from what everybody's talking about. This is not a Roja Elysium. This is not a Soradora or whatever the heck is out and hyped. And I'm not saying those are bad fragrances, but these are new. This is not what people are talking about. I love to cover new things that are just like, people are all going straight. I come in with the left cut. So here it is. This is the left. Sawalef. The house of Sawalef is really high quality stuff. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the notes for this fragrance. And it's called... Nope, this is the wrong tab. Let's share this one instead. This one is called Empire by Sawalef, all right? This one, I believe the new ones are in the gold bottle, but saffron, nutmeg, you see the notes. And let's see, what do I get here? This smells pretty damn nice. Pretty damn nice. Let's see. All right, for those of you that love cardamom, probably saw that cardamom note and the nutmeg and saffron, and we're like, oh my God, this is probably like La Nuit de l'Homme vibes, and you know, at least for me, but... I hate to burst your bubble a little bit, but this is dominantly a saffron and orange blossom fragrance. But it is very, very nice. Think of the oud rose saffron combination. Remove the oud. That's really what I get here. That's the vibe I get here. I get sweet leather saffron. Sweet leather saffron with orange blossom. This is very unique. This is pretty unique. And people are comparing it to Oud for Glory. Or Oud for Greatness. All the dupes, man. So am I getting Oud for Greatness? Yeah, you know what? It does have Oud for Greatness vibes. But not so much focus on the oud. So it is in the same category or family without the oud. Which does take it in a little bit of a different realm. This one I really do enjoy. And I did jump on it instantly. And it kind of does give it a bit more of a wearability. And just look at the color of some of these juices, guys. Like, I haven't been showing you guys the color of the juice, and I think that's a mistake. Let me show you. This is Empire. Okay? This is Oud MAKTUM. And then what else stands out? So even something that's like a freshie or whatever, RETAL. You see, these are pretty damn high quality stuff. They're eau de parfums, but nonetheless, it's still pretty damn nice. So Empire is another one that I did jump on. Oud for Greatness, Oud for Glory vibes, but a bit different. Very high quality stuff. I can honestly say that, yeah, you are going to get Initio quality juice. Maybe even a bit better, honestly. I mean, I'm just being for real. You don't agree? Then that's your honest opinion, and this is mine. So this is another one. It's called TAMUH, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And this is another one that I jumped on. And this was something very unique, in my opinion. And so I jumped on it. So here we go. TAMUH. Leather, citrus, animalic. So immediately when you look at this breakdown, this isn't common. Yeah, sure, it is common in Italian perfumery. You know, sometimes when they do oud fragrances, they try and do citruses with the saffron, or they do something like that. But then you have that leather that this is supposed to be, you know, here. Let's take a look at the notes together. Lemon, clove, and leather. All right, let's check it out. Very different. And it is very different. This is animalic, though. This is an animalic leather for sure. If you don't like animalic facets, stay away from this. I personally love this. This is leather, citrus, and clove. Literally what you get here. But this is pretty damn unique. I honestly haven't smelled anything that really gets too close to this fragrance. And it smells like something that's just, honestly, indie. It really does. A lot of these do. Lemon, clove, and I want to say, is there ambery? Is this a warm leather? This is simple. I'm not going to over complexify it because it's really not. But I haven't tried Hayam or whatever they pronounce it. But this is very unique enough for me to pick it up, okay? So animalic leather is the most that I get from this fragrance. And then the citrus. The clove is there, but it's not anything like too crazy. Animalic leather. That's what I get. Simple as that. The last one is called Romance. Romance. Here we go. Sawalef. And I don't remember if I picked this one up or not. I feel like I might have, but here we go. Romance by Sawalef. I think this is a feminine one. Papaya flower, neroli, narcissus. And then we have amaryllis, whatever. Water lily, and then musks. Yeah, this is definitely going to be feminine. But I'm going to tell you guys what I think, regardless. This is very ozonic, very airy, very floral, very refreshing. And let me see if I can pinpoint some of these notes. Here we go. Romance. This is beautiful. This is pretty. That's really all I can say about this. White florals. Hint of fruit. and musk. Super musky fragrance, white florals. I honestly can't say that I smelled anything. This is like anything new. I really can't say that this is new. This is probably the only one that I've smelled something like it before, but it's still absolutely high quality stuff. All right, so that's it. That was all these fragrances, but what we're going to do now is we're going to unbox some of these and go into the full presentations. I bought all of these, y'all. You can tell. Look, these are Amazon stickers. There you go, all right? So let's see. Perfect. The first one we're going to start with is called the Oud MAKTUM. And Oud MAKTUM, like I showed you guys when I first purchased it, the bottles were white, but when you look at their website, it's supposed to be gold. So I was pretty curious to see whether or not I got the right fragrance. All right, so it's got like this rubberized black finish, slides off, and inside there's another pouch. Okay, cool. Comes out like this. You have, this is very heavy stuff. This is the Sawalef badge. This is pretty heavy. This is pretty heavy. Open it up and let's see. Oh, okay. So it is the gold, the green light, y'all. Green light. For those of you that looked at the Amazon posting, here you go. This is what the bottle looks like. Very funky, very different, but very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. So there you go. That'll give you a better perspective of it. And then Sawalef. Very nice. Very nice. Atomizer. Looks like high quality stuff. They're not, no shortcuts. Okay, the cap, pretty nice. Let's see. Snaps onto place. Not magnetic. Not a big deal. And let me see. Pretty decent atomizer. This is the same fragrance. There you go. There you have it, guys. Sawalef, ultimately by Swiss Arabia, is pretty underrated. Pretty underrated. Flew under the radar for a long time. But that was the purpose of today's video. So let me catch up with some of these comments. I will be doing full reviews on most of these, and I think that these will look really nice up somewhere. I'll figure it out eventually. So let's take a look and see what you guys are saying out there. Maybe somebody has a couple of these fragrances. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, all right. How much do I spend a month on fragrances? Honestly, man, I don't keep track. I honestly don't keep track. And it's not a competition. And I know that wasn't your intention, Kyler, but I don't want to throw numbers out there. Just, you know, it is what it is. So, let's see. Scent of the day is Making Sense, Man of War. Not bad. Their fragrances are pretty damn nice. I really enjoyed Iris Man from Making Sense. Long-lasting Prada L'Homme. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, what else? Montrese. I'm going to grab a couple of things, fragrances that you've been showing. Yeah, man, I mean, there's a lot of them lately that I've been looking into that these are phenomenal. These are phenomenal. But lately, I've been coming across, just when I thought, like, okay, I've smelled, like, so many. Like, what else is there, really, you know? But this really did impress me. I mean, 7 fragrances out of 9 that I picked up, that's a win. I'm going to be honest, though, guys. I'm probably going to return before I even open it. Which one? Massive. Massive, because I'm not crazy about Oud Wood from Tom Ford. And it's like, it's another Oud Wood from Tom. It is better, but even then, like, I don't know. I might keep it because there was something that attracted me to it. And I know if I return it, I'm probably just going to regret it, especially at the price that I picked it up. So I will be keeping it. I don't like to sell or return or any of that stuff. So, Scotty, I'm sorry, bud, but this isn't really a question I can answer. Which niche brand has the best performance for its fragrances? I really can't answer that question just because there's so many niche brands, and I can't say that I know them all. But I can say that this is a niche brand that is relatively, price per value is phenomenal so far. 1 Million Royal, yes, I will be checking it out. Brand new drop. I just saw, guys, Bleu de Chanel, Oud something. That one caught my attention. All right, let's see. That's pretty much it. What do I do for a living? I'm in the medical field, Shiro. But I use all of my earnings on, obviously, you know, you guys, like, this goes without being said, you know, you earn from YouTube, you earn from, this is all work, you know, this is all work that I do aside from work. But all my earnings, it goes right back, man. Like I have, luckily and thankfully, I have a career. So I use my career to live, and I use this to bring you guys content, bring you guys honesty, bring you guys what I would want to see. So that's exactly what I do. And that's how I'm able to. So using it for its purpose, right? That's it, man. That is it. So thank you guys for watching. This was a very, very interesting discovery set. One of the most successful discovery sets in the last year, I would say. I don't want to go for a stretch and say 2 years, but very successful. Sawalef, you guys did an awesome job. Swiss Arabia, Maison d'Orient, they are legitimate. I can attest for that. And they do have a lot of followers on YouTube or on Instagram. At first, I thought that they were a small brand, but turns out they're pretty big. Maison d'Orient. If you're feeling, a little bit sus about purchasing from them, check out their Instagram. You'll see that a lot of people do. Okay? So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will be back with a couple of lives this week. Don't forget, we're going to be announcing that 1K for 10K winner on Wednesday. So in the next 2 days, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you guys for watching later on. So peace.